Hello, everyone. I'm Toxic, and today I just wanted to. We're not going to do an intro. I just want to post this video for everyone who is searching for Amagansett Press. Hopefully, this video gets up to you. I'm joined here with Peepaw. Peepaw, say hi.
Hi.
And I want to tell you a little story of Amagansett Press. Okay. So, last week, March 8th, Peepaw and I, Peepaw, say hi.
Hi.
We were doing our typical body cam reaction show, and recently we've thrown in a couple others. And most recently, we threw in Mr. Amagansett Press. Um,
AKA
I,
so.
well, we'll get there. We'll get there. He wasn't at the time. Well, maybe. Um,
Please.
and when we were talking about his video, we were watching it together with everyone in the chat. We were pausing it quite often. We were commenting pretty often. We even skipped through around. We didn't watch the entire video. We watched majority of it, but anyway,
We were
everyone seemed to
we
enjoy
were
it.
we were critiquing.
Yeah, we were
We
critiquing.
we were praising good actions and deeds and criticizing what we felt were bad actions and deeds.
Correct, which we do with every video we react to, all the body cams, the audits that we've reacted to, like everyone else. Didn't treat them any differently.
Mm-mm.
So we end the stream. Everything went fine. Wake up the next morning. The stream's down. The stream is gone, and I have an email in my inbox from YouTube. Amagansett Press has struck my video down um, for copyright reasons, whatever. So I feel like we need to make this video because I haven't been able to do my regular live streams that I've been doing every week because of Mr. Press. And I just want him to be educated. I want his audience to be educated because the people who watch my videos went into his comments and gave him criticism because they know it's wrong, because they understand what fair use is, and our friend Amagansett Press does not. So I want to educate him on what fair use is because he was hiding everyone from my channel who was trying to educate him. So, Peepaw, would you like to tell us what fair use is?
Okay, so if you go out and you question and ask what fair use is, this is a synopsis of what you will receive. So in the context of copyright law, fair use allows unlimited use of copyrighted material without permission or purpose of criticism, commentary, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, or research without infringing of the copyright. Um, Example of fair use is criticism and commentary. Quoting a passage from a book or analyzing, video, what that type of thing. Talks your cinematography. Um, you could take portions of it to give context, and then when you give your opinions, your views, that is called commentary. That is called doing analysis, and that is what fair use is. Now, people can argue, and a lot of people believe that you can't use any of it. That's not true. How much of a piece of works can you use? Well, if you look, there's two different cases that directly speaks to this situation here. There was the one where Matt Haas sued Ethan Klein of H3H3 Productions, uh, where they used all of Mr. Haas's works. They criticized, critiqued, made parody of it, and a judge ruled that it was all within fair use. There was another one where post 2016 American elections, there was a YouTuber and comedian, Akila Hughes, who did a video detailing her feelings about what she experienced, what she went on forth at the Hillary Clinton election night party. A YouTube personality by the name of Carl Benjamin, also known as Sargon of Akkad, took her video, spliced it together, chopped it up, retitled it, SJW levels of awareness. Anyway, Akila sued him for copyright infringement. She lost, and when she did, she had to wind up paying Sargon of Akkad's lawyer fees, which was a tune of about $39,000. So, yeah, the thing of it is in a situation like this, you would have to have, tens of thousands, if not more, money up front to pay your lawyer to represent you in court. And then you would have to turn around then as part of the countersuit that you would file to make her pay or make him pay for your attorney fees. But you've got to have that kind of money up front. And a lot of times these larger channels that do this kind of stuff, like what he's done, and there's other channels out there that do the same thing, right? Because they're more established, they have a larger revenue stream coming in from the videos and stuff that they make on YouTube. They have this kind of war chest where they, them spending, $40,000 on an attorney to, you know, smaller creators such as yourself and myself, we don't have that type of war chest just sitting out here to say, okay, you want to dance, let's dance. And so they use that as a tool to stifle and to keep any type of negative criticism about them and about the actions and things that they're doing, which I think is kind of ironic because this gentleman and his son are make videos under the guise of their free speech advocates, the First Amendment, free speech. But yet when others come and take to task some of their crappy behavior, which they do 100% some crappy behavior, they stifle that free speech. I thought that's very ironic, and I think it's very small minded of them. So
yeah, we have proof of people who support my channel, like Nietzsche has the screenshot, right, of her going to comment, and then we go check the comments, it's gone. She can see it, but the comment's gone. No one else can see it. That means they hid the comment. Correct?
correct.
So they are literally silencing free speech.
Well,
It's pretty hypocritical, if you ask me.
Before that, the free speech too was when you and I were criticizing and critiquing his bad behavior. That's free speech.
Yeah.
But in two previous cases where the majority of the works was used, if not all the works was used for context, a judge has ruled that falls within fair use as long as it's used to put context on the situation. So there you go.
Thank you. So if the situation were to be escalated, which it won't be because I do not want to appeal it, I don't feel like going through all that trouble, it's pretty fair to say that I'd probably end up fine, right?
I as far as the layman's, because neither one, you nor I, either one, are lawyers, right? But based upon two cases, the first one, like I said, the Matt Haas versus Ethan Klein, that was the case that set the precedent for what fair use was. There was not when it comes to YouTube. That was the first case that went before court systems in and around using YouTube videos. And what fair use is. And I believe that, yes, you would be triumphant. And not only that, but the other channel would be reliable, not only for their legal expenses, but yours as well.
Yeah. So, again, I wanted to make this video to educate Amagansett Press himself, anyone searching for his channel, people in his comments, everyone involved or around or who shows interest in his channel. Because I think it's super shitty that he can go and he can just continue uploading like nothing ever happened, and I'm sitting here basically in YouTube jail for a week. I can't do anything about it. I've reached out, to some people, but there's not much I can do. So I'm just gonna take it on the chin. I'm putting out this video. This will be the last main thing I say on it. I'll probably throw some shots audience, we have some breaking news. Once again, it is not the end of the video. I'm joined still with Riveter. Riveter, say hi.
Hi.
Isn't it interesting, pal, how karma struck? You know,
Karma Karma is a mother. You know what I'm saying? She's a fickle lover.
so by the time I'm uploading this, my strike is already gone, or should be. It better be. It's Sunday. Um, and yeah, I guess while all the storms are going around the south part of America, not just lightning struck a lot of places, but so did karma. Huh. Interesting. So, people, what happened?
So, funny thing, Toxic. You received a copyright, right? Which you and I
I sure
believe
did.
which was you and I believe was false in nature.
Yes.
And it turns around, and it seems that the J. McLaughlin store, which is where the AP Press was baited the manager into having a quote Karen moment. Well, it turns out that J. McLaughlin, they filed they say a strike, a copyright strike. I don't know. That's one's a little bit confusing to me, which means because usually with a copyright strike, it means that you've stolen somebody else's content, right? Digital Millennia, DMCA copyright, right?
Yeah.
I think what they're saying here is that their brand is copyrighted, right?
Yeah.
And that they were using their brand to make money. And so they're striking it because they had their logo, the store logo, and the store name, and they struck it. So the main channel itself put out a community notice saying, "Hey, um, we need your help." They're saying that their video was illegally removed and so forth. And then the owner of the channel's son, a Ben Gutterman, also put out some social media broadcast for the same thing.
Yeah.
And you had, by chance, you had a little interaction with Ben.
Oh, finally, I sure did. So I commented something. I'll put it up on screen on Mr. Bin's post. Okay. And you can see here, he replied, I have no idea who you are. That's funny. Okay. So after he
Yep.
replied, I was like, okay, you know what? Maybe I came off a little harsh in this entire thing. Maybe by
Mm-hmm.
some miracle, this was some sort of automated thing, right? Maybe he has some sort
Possibly.
of
Sure.
thing on his channel. He hid me after that.
Yeah.
After he
Yeah.
replied, he hid me. So I
Yeah.
replied to that comment and he never
Yeah.
saw it. So he still, quote, has
Um,
no idea who I am.
I'm pretty sure he saw it, even though the thing is hidden. He would still receive a notification because you replied directly to his.
Yeah.
He would still get a notification. Just other people like myself, if I go and look, I can't see it. I can't see your interaction with the guy, right? Well, I can see his side of it, just can't see anything that you say, which indicates that you were hid from his channel as well. Yes.
Correct.
Yeah.
So even if I was going to be charitable and say it was some automated thing, the fact that he hid me whenever I was trying to explain to him what happened
Yeah.
shows guilt.
100%.
He
100%.
knows. He knows what he did,
And I would just
or
say
his
this.
father.
I hope that the J. McLaughlin store retail business does not remove their strike. I believe that their strike, because YouTube would not just allow somebody to randomly strike a video if it was
No.
legitimately a legitimate complaint. Um, which was kind of funny because that's kind of what I posed in their post, and I had some of their audience come at me and say, "Oh no, this happens. They're false." I said, "Really?" Kind of like what he did to Toxic. Crickets after that.
Yep.
Nobody came back and responded, which also to me kind of indicates that they know he does this type of stuff. And so this is some more of this. What is it? Uh, okay for me, but not for thee. What is it?
Yeah.
The
Rules
kiddos
for
rules.
thee, but not for
There
whatever.
you go. Exactly right. Uh, so way I have it is sauce for the goose, buddy. Is sauce for the gander. You sauce my buddy Toxic. Now you getting sauced. Seems fair to me. It's all fair and balanced out at the end of the day. So I hope they put a big strike on his channel where he can't upload or he can't do anything for a week. I think that's great. Matter of fact, I would even be okay with at this point if these other retailers that he goes in and harasses their employees that are just trying to do. This is my gripe with this guy, honestly, right? If he wants to go and he wants to be an auditor and he wants to audit um, municipalities and law enforcement to make sure that they are adhering to the laws.
Yeah.
Okay, I think it's kind of a crappy thing to do sometimes because I think you're potentially getting good cops on a bad day. They're just having a bad day, but fair enough. There could be some bad cops being exposed, and if so, they need to go too, right? But
Yeah.
these are just civilians who are out here trying to do their jobs. To me, there's zero difference between what he does to these people that in these retail environments. Like if you went into a restaurant and just was needlessly just a pain in the butt uh, to your wait staff, right?
Yeah.
There's zero. That's the same thing. Or like these pranksters that go into like the retail stores and they pull the pranks and stuff, and they're constantly getting into issues with store personnel. Same exact thing. This is not about his right to videograph or videography or whatever. That's not it. He is purposely baiting these people into an action so that he can come out there and say, "Oh, Karen this and Karen that" as buzzwords to get people to clickbait on his videos, and it's shameful. In my opinion, it's shameful. But
I agree. I cannot tell you how happy I was. The feeling of me scrolling through Twitter and then seeing his son's post talking about his strike.
yeah,
It just, oh, it was like a ray of sunshine in my soul. But I want to point out something else here.
okay,
I thought it was really funny. I know you can't control your audience, you're not really responsible for what your audience does, but I thought it was really funny how after they got struck,
yeah,
or quote struck, whatever,
yeah,
right? That the people in the comments are like, "Oh, we're gonna go Google or Yelp review bomb this place," or we're gonna
yes.
go. There's even a person who's like, "Oh, I might have to take my camera over there and film them," and I'm like, "All right, now who's the real Karens here?"
Well, so in the guy's tweet, right? This Benjamin Gutterman, right? So here's what he
Yeah,
says. Here's his call to action. So he puts in a call to action to their base. And here's what he says: "We need your help. Manager, quote, Karen, quote, of the J. McLaughlin store in Boca Raton, who abused the 911 system to try to get us arrested for doing nothing wrong, has now abused YouTube's reporting system to falsely have my Boca Raton video removed. We need to tell Jay McLaughlin and or their employees to retract this false claim immediately. I have submitted an appeal to YouTube, which hasn't been reviewed yet, and will keep you updated. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned." Right. And so
he doesn't even know the process.
and then he follows that up with a tweet right underneath that. He says, and he tags the Jay McLaughlin Twitter. I guess the company Twitter thing says, "Please tell your employee at the Boca Raton location to immediately retract their false claim on my YouTube video to stop harassing people on the sidewalk and abusing the 911 system." Now, here's what I'm wondering, right? I'm wondering, because based upon this, I'm wondering, was this actually a copyright? Or did they file a privacy? Because if they filed a
Mm,
privacy, right, that's a whole nother thing. That's not a copyright, right? But you can take an entire video down because of privacy as well.
yeah, it's a good
And I'll
question.
and I will tell you this in my dealings with YouTube, because I had a person that came in and filed privacy complaints against one of my videos. YouTube, you don't win that argument with YouTube. You do not. The video will stay down.
Yeah,
Now, they could turn around and re-upload it, but they're going to have to probably clip out that segment where he's going after those ladies inside that store, which was
but
what their big catch was, or the hook for
yeah,
that video, right? And all of a sudden they
yeah.
can't. So you know what? I'll say this: if that manager was smart and savvy enough, or maybe she had somebody in her life that was social media savvy enough, to say, "Hey, all you got to do is go file a privacy complaint." Good, good on them. Maybe all these store managers need a education on how to file privacy on this guy.
Yeah, if that's how they feel. I'm glad though. I just cannot get over the karma.
Yeah, sir, you had an opportunity because our videos typically get anywhere from 200 to 1,000 views. We're small. We're just kind of getting started here, right? But
Yeah.
we still expose people to other channels who we credit, by the way, right?
Yep.
To people who might not know who you are, right? So there was potentially 200 to 1,000 new viewers that you could have gotten that now you won't because you wanted to pull this stunt. So,
Not even just that. I privately shared his videos around with people I know.
yeah, yeah,
I've showed multiple people his videos, and I'm like, "What do you think about this guy?"
yeah.
Because I've been watching him for years. I've been watching him since 2018. I even know before
Okay.
that he was doing flashlight reviews.
Oh, okay.
But, yeah, so, honestly, this whole situation has kinda killed the illusion of me,
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
and who you are, so I can't really watch your videos
yeah.
anymore.
But
Um,
you know what they say, buddy?
what?
Never meet your heroes.
I don't know if he's considered a hero, but the grass is always greener on the other side, and when we get on the other side of this copyright strike, we're gonna
Yeah,
see
yeah,
beautiful green grass.
yeah.
Chat, everyone watching, just remember when you're watching Amagansett Press, by the way,
Which you
after you watch this
shouldn't.
video, you
Which you
shouldn't,
shouldn't.
but if you want to, and if you want to continue to watch him,
But
keep this
there's
in the back of
others.
your mind. There's others, but keep this in the back of your mind. He doesn't believe in the things that he's preaching about in his videos. The things
Are
he
you
talks about for years to come is all a facade.
are you saying he's a hypocrite?
Look at the
Mm,
thumbnail.
there
Big
you go.
bold letters. Hypocrite.
Hypocrite. There you go.
Chat, I'm gonna get out of here. We'll be back next week with some more live streams. People,
Mm.
plug your stuff.
You can find me at Riveter. Everywhere is at Riveter. YouTube, Twitter, you name it. It's at Riveter.
Twitch,
Come see,
Kick,
come see me. I
Pornhub,
don't do no, no. I don't think I have anything. I don't think I have a Pornhub, but you never know. Go
OnlyFans.
check it out, I guess. Um, but that's it. Yeah. If you're like an old man drinking coffee and rambling on, I'm your man.
All right, guys. With that, see you next time. You, Jason.